Freedom earned through self-control is often misunderstood as restriction, but in reality, it is the highest form of autonomy because it places choice back into your hands. Without self-control, behavior is dictated by impulse, emotion, and external influence, creating a life that reacts rather than directs. Self-control is not about denying pleasure or suppressing desire. It is about deciding when, how, and whether to engage. This ability to choose consciously creates freedom from compulsive patterns that drain energy and clarity. When impulses no longer govern actions, space opens for intentional living. Self-control strengthens awareness of triggers, habits, and emotional cues. By observing these patterns without immediately acting on them, you reclaim authority over your responses. This authority is liberating because it reduces inner conflict and regret. Each time you resist an impulse that contradicts your values, you reinforce alignment between intention and behavior. This alignment builds confidence rooted in reliability rather than circumstance. Freedom through self-control also protects time. Unchecked impulses often consume hours through distraction, overindulgence, or avoidance. By exercising restraint, you preserve time for pursuits that contribute to growth, health, and fulfillment. Time protected becomes time invested, and investment compounds into progress. Self-control also sharpens focus. When attention is not constantly hijacked by urges, concentration deepens and effort becomes more effective. This focus enables mastery and sustained engagement with meaningful work. Emotional self-control is equally critical. The ability to pause before reacting prevents unnecessary conflict and emotional exhaustion. By responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively, you maintain dignity and clarity in challenging situations. This emotional stability creates freedom from chaos and drama, allowing energy to be directed toward constructive action. Self-control also fosters independence from external validation. When choices are guided by internal standards rather than approval, freedom expands. You are no longer bound by expectations, trends, or opinions. This independence strengthens identity and encourages authenticity. Self-control transforms desire into discipline. Rather than eliminating desire, it channels it productively. Ambition, creativity, and passion are harnessed through structure, producing consistent results rather than sporadic effort. This structure supports long-term goals by providing a framework within which freedom can exist. Without structure, freedom becomes disorder. With self-control, freedom becomes purposeful. Self-control also reduces fear. Many fears stem from lack of control over behavior, emotion, or circumstance. By mastering responses, you gain confidence in your ability to handle challenges. This confidence reduces anxiety and increases resilience. Freedom through self-control extends to health and well-being. Disciplined choices regarding rest, movement, and nourishment support physical vitality, which in turn supports mental clarity and emotional balance. This interconnectedness amplifies freedom by reducing dependency on quick fixes or escapism. Self-control also enhances relationships. Boundaries, respect, and communication improve when impulses are managed. This stability creates freedom from repeated conflict and misunderstanding. Over time, self-control reshapes identity. You begin to see yourself as someone capable of restraint, patience, and foresight. This identity reinforces disciplined behavior, creating a positive feedback loop. Freedom earned through self-control is sustainable because it is self-generated. It does not rely on external circumstances remaining favorable. Even in constraint, choice remains. This realization is empowering. You recognize that while you cannot control everything, you can control how you respond. This control transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. Freedom becomes an internal state rather than a condition imposed by the environment. Through consistent practice, self-control becomes less effortful and more natural. The mind adapts to higher standards and impulses lose their dominance. What remains is clarity, direction, and the capacity to act in alignment with values. This form of freedom is quiet yet profound, shaping a life guided by intention rather than reaction, stability rather than chaos, and purpose rather than momentary gratification, sustained through disciplined choice, conscious awareness, and unwavering commitment to living deliberately and responsibly